Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 2. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So before we get into the show, I did come across this article on Entertainment on their website, and it says that Elizabeth Holmes and Jen Shah are prison buddies. Okay, so we know Elizabeth Holmes is, disgraced biotech mogul, and she was sentenced to 12 years in jail. What they are reporting is that Jen and Elizabeth have bonded while they're in prison, and they are on a journey of positivity. Their situation has brought them closer together, and we hear that Jen has kind of adopted Elizabeth a little bit, and they have become very loving, that she's giving Jen somewhat of a motherly role, giving advice. According to this article, Jen is leading a fitness class called Shamazing Abs at the prison. I hear that she has also completed a anger management program, and she's also tutoring fellow inmates who are trying to get their GEDs. According to this article, she is completely changed. She's not the same Jen that she was before. She's definitely not the Jen that she was portrayed to be on the show. They said that she is absolutely peaceful now, that she's funny, she's got a lot of one-liners, but she's more grounded. Well, that's good news. That's good to hear. I never want to hear about anybody suffering while they're in jail, but she definitely should be in jail. She hurt a lot of people, and Elizabeth Holmes, she should also definitely be in jail. So I do appreciate that they are both doing something positive while they're in there. And I'm pretty sure all the rest of the ladies are happy to, go to Shamazing Abs fitness class. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So it was nice to see Meredith meet up with Lisa. Meredith showed up with Starbucks and an outfit that wasn't for taking hikes, wasn't for, walking up the block, if you ask me. She's got on some electric blue pants and a furry blue coat and, ankle boots. I said, I don't go walking in ankle boots. I really don't. Now, Lisa showed up wearing, correct pants and tennis shoes. I don't know. Anyway, Lisa looked at her and she said, I thought we were going for a walk. And she knew them shoes was inappropriate. Anyway, I'm excited to see these two together. I missed these two together. They were a dynamic duo. I mean, you remember in the first season, it was hard for us to remember which was which. They looked so much alike. They dressed alike. They sounded alike. They were just, Meredith and Lisa. You didn't see Lisa without Meredith, and you didn't see Meredith without Lisa. Lisa was telling Meredith a little bit about Jack's mission, and I did recently see on Lisa's social media that Jack has left to start his mission, and she mentioned that someone in his group is going to Switzerland and the other one was going to Milan, and he wasn't sure where he was going yet. I have met a lot of Mormons on their missions, and I have had some really good talks with them as well. And I thought, Switzerland and Milan, and they got stuck here in Ohio. I'm sorry. I don't know how that works out. How do you decide? I could go to Italy or Ohio. Let me tell you, I live here in Ohio and I'd rather go to Italy. Anyway, I digress. I would like to say one thing. Meredith's glasses were everything. Okay, I absolutely love those glasses. The entire time I kept staring at Meredith's glasses and Lisa's jacket. I loved the jacket, the green jacket. Green is in this season, I think. As a matter of fact, I need to get me some more green stuff. That's going to be on my list. Go out shopping, get me some green stuff, and see if I can find out what kind of glasses those were that Meredith was wearing. If any of you peeps happen to know, put it in the comments. I need those glasses. Anyway, Lisa gives off her list of people she can trust, and she starts out with people who signed an NDA. I don't know, ma'am. I have seen people with NDAs tell. They decided that it was worth the risk. So I don't know if that would be on my list. And then she says her husband and her lawyers. Yes, lawyers are sworn to secrecy. That is true. And I don't tend to just trust anybody. You can't trust anybody. You have to be cautious. But I would hate to live in a world where I could only trust people that signed NDAs, lawyers, and my husband. I really would hate that. No, I don't know. But she did say she was going to give a chance with Meredith and try to trust Meredith again. And I said to myself, Lisa, you could trust Meredith until you decided to read her and her family for filth and put her business out in the street. So instead of you being so concerned about trusting Meredith, Meredith should really be concerned about trusting you. Okay, look at yourself in the mirror first. I do love that they apologize to each other, and it looks sincere to me. They have been friends for over 20 years. And, I have one best friend, and we've known each other for over 29 years, I think. And I could tell her anything. She would never repeat it. Not one word. She would never repeat it. She is a real vault, And if we ever broke up or lost friendship or didn't talk, it would truly break my heart. It really would. So I want to see Meredith and Lisa make up. So then we see Heather and Whitney. They meet up. I don't know why, but whenever I see Heather and Whitney, I just get bored. I remember season 1 and I think season 2, I was so team Whitney and Heather. I was so bad weather. But Whitney and Heather both act like they are trapped in high school. They are real petty, very gossipy. They're annoying. They really are from time to time. When they get in this hot tub, Heather says, taste this water. Whitney says, And I was thinking the same thing. Why would I be tasting this water? Somebody could have peed in this yesterday. You know what I mean? What? I'm all right. I also would like to say that Whitney's glasses were beautiful. I was in love with Whitney's glasses too. The first thing she wanted to know was how Mary M. Cosby got an invite to Heather's party. And she said she didn't invite Mary. Meredith invited Mary. You know what? I wish that she would start inviting Angie H to things. Angie H was her friend. Have they fallen out? I mean, I would rather see Angie H than Angie K, to be honest. And I don't even know why I'm still referring to her as Angie K. She's the only Angie on the show this season. So Heather mentions that she's known Angie since high school. They were in the 10th grade together and they posted the picture. And as you can see, no ma'am. I wouldn't know her in a witness protection lineup. I'm being rude to Lisa. I don't recognize Angie. I do recognize Heather. I can see Heather in that picture, but I can't recognize Angie. She let Whitney know that she did not invite Angie to her party either. It was Lisa who brought her. And she said that she just felt disrespected by Angie. And she doesn't like that Angie is a bit of a flip-flopper. And the truth is Heather, she's pretty good at flipping and flopping too. I'm just saying, Heather is still having a one-way battle with Lisa Barlow. She is still in a complete battle with Lisa that Lisa doesn't know anything about. I don't know why she keeps hating on Lisa. Heather and Lisa are so funny when they are friends. Just, let it go, Heather. Whatever it is, let it go. Then she said that Angie won best sense of humor in high school, which she feels bad for girls that peaked in high school. I wish you would get out of high school. Let it go. You've known her since 10th grade. Okay. Now move on. Both of you are grown, successful business ladies and mothers. Move forward. And not only that, you both ended up on the same show. Then Heather goes to talk about Jack and his mission. And for some reason, I got upset. Kids are off limits, number 1. Number 2, I just felt that this was none of her business. Jack is doing what's best for Jack. Jack didn't leave the church. You left the church. You wrote the book. Now back the hell off. Jack is still in the church. It seems to me that this is her way of bringing in this same storyline that she has had for the last 3 seasons, that she is this bad Mormon. And so now you want to continue to propel this by bringing in Jack and his business. I think you need to stay the hell out of Jack and Lisa's business. You can't use them for your storyline. Then she wanted to talk about how how is she a Mormon? That's not your business either. It really isn't. Maybe Lisa is not wearing the garments. Maybe Lisa does have a liquor business. She drinks liquor. She curses every now and again. But that's not your right to judge. None of us have the right to judge when it comes to people's religious beliefs. I happen to, be a Christian, but I cuss. I have a drink every now and again, and I'll be damned if somebody judged me. It's not your job. The Lord does that. In the end, it's going to be them and their Lord, that they have to work that out between them. You don't have a heaven or a hell to put Lisa in. You quit being a Mormon. Now leave her the hell alone. If she still says she wants to be a Mormon or she is a Mormon, that's her business. And I don't know why she would sit here and have this talk with Whitney. Whitney is going to go right back and tell Lisa every single thing that you said, and she's going to put some razzle dazzle on it. I don't believe that Whitney is serious about getting back together her relationship with Heather. And then when Whitney was talking about how she was trying to work her way through the negative energy, all I could see is Mary M. Cosby.
It's really bad energy and I really don't like it. So we've got to cleanse this aura and send it away.
This is still funny to me. You know what, Whitney, please stop doing this. Please stop. Then we have to be bothered with Meredith and Seth. Oh God, I could do without it. They have decided to start a podcast, a relationship podcast, hanging on by a thread or something. I said, damn it, another housewife with a podcast. Who cares? So Meredith is friends with this hugely successful drag queen, and she absolutely has to be hugely successful. She's got her own motel called Trixie's Motel, and it's in Palm Springs, and she says she's going to invite Mary, Heather, Lisa, Whitney, and Monica. Angie is not invited. Anyway, we find out how Angie has all this money. She owns 10 hair salons, a cosmetology school, and her husband met when she was 19 years old. They look like they should be on a Ace of Base album cover or something, right? Anyway, they have a daughter who's 12 years old who still sleeps in the bed with them, and that is a no-go for me. Okay, I don't like to mom shame, I don't like to mom judge, but I'm pretty sure that by 12, they should be very comfortable in their own room sleeping by themselves. That little girl shouldn't be in your bed. And this was a time that they were using, I think, to set up her storyline, because she was saying that the number one things in her life is her daughter, her business, and then her husband, because she believes her husband will always be around. I said, we're setting up your storyline when you and your husband have a falling out. That's what it is. I see. Could there be a mistress on the side? Or could there be a side dude? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Angie then tells her husband that she wants to make up with Heather. She wants them to get their friendship back. They've known each other since high school. I don't think that you and Heather are on the same page at all. So then we have a little time with Monica, and I'm starting to like her more and more. And this is only the second episode. But she, of course, is divorced. She's raising 4 daughters alone. Her husband was financially responsible for her and the entire family when they were together, but now she is alone doing the single mom route. I'm pretty sure that he probably pays some sort of child support, maybe even some alimony, but it's not quite the same as when he took care of everything. So she has started her own company that she's working from her house, and it's called Bria Babies, where she's selling baby blankets, baby swaddles, crib sheets, and things like that. She says that her business is picking up now, and it really is coming in, handy to have this extra income. She lives about 3 minutes away from her mom and her Polish grandmother, and let me just tell you, her grandma is the breakout star. Her grandmother is adorable. She does not take any mess, and that's the kind of grandmas I like. I'm gonna be a grandma like that. I am going to be so sweet and good to my grandkids, but you let those grown-ups act a fool and I'm gonna whip them back in place. Don't play with grandma. That's the kind of grandma I'm gonna be. Then it got really sad because she said that she went to the Louis Vuitton store and spent money that she doesn't have to buy a bag because she feels inadequate around the rest of the girls. And that broke my heart. And I said, man, that should never be. You are a beautiful person. You are raising your 4 girls, and you shouldn't have to try to keep up with these girls. It's not okay. And I did appreciate that she kept it real. She was really honest. She said that she knows that she shouldn't feel this way and that she's hoping that they don't make fun of her home because her home is smaller than theirs. And you know what? If they did make fun of her for her clothes, her home, her car, any of those things, that would show how small they are. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it was the season on Orange County when Gina brought her house and she said that it was like $300,000 or something, and some of the girls were saying that it was ugly, it was too small, and all of these things. And then when you think about it, it's like, you know what? Gina was the only one who actually owned their home. All the rest of those girls were renting. So, you know, her daughter is really smart, and her daughter tells her, don't feel this way because you have so many other good qualities. And that's all facts, man. I hope that she never, ever lets these girls tear her down. Don't do it. Also, somebody should definitely let her know that a lot of these girls, they rent those clothes and they rent those purses. What you should have done is rented a nice Louis bag and a couple of little outfits, then kept them real nice and clean, took them to the dry cleaners and returned them when you got back from Palm Springs. Don't allow these women to bring you down or pull you into debt. Then she told us a little bit about her dad. She said that her mom and dad got into a fight. Her mom put him out. And then she's never seen him again. She says she doesn't know what he looks like. She doesn't know if he's dead or alive. She doesn't know if she has siblings. All she knows is that he had a boyfriend and moved to Florida. I said, damn. You know, this girl is interested. She really is. Her mom means business. When she says kick rocks, she means it. There was a dinner with Angie and Whitney and the husbands, and it was more storyline set up. You could see it by watching it, I think, because you know that both of these couples are going to go through hell in their relationships, and they were setting it up beautifully at this dinner. What I didn't appreciate is Whitney inviting Angie on this trip. No, ma'am. Whitney, you just talked to Heather. Heather just told you she was through with her, and she was glad she wasn't coming on the trip. Meredith didn't invite her on this trip. And so you still invited her. And this is so crazy because this is the second season in a row that Whitney has invited Angie K to something that she was purposely not invited to. Or was it Angie H? I don't know. But me as a person, if you don't want me around, oh, I'm not going to force myself on you. I'm not just going to show up to an event that people purposely did not want me to go to. I can find something else to do. Believe me. When Heather and Monica go out shopping, Lord have mercy, I said, if I was Monica, I would have told Heather, oh, I'm just going to be looking at a couple of things. I've already been shopping for the trip. There is no way. Let me tell you, everything that I brought on that trip would be comfortable and in my price range. I stopped off at Macy's and Target. TJ Maxx, this is what I'm giving. Okay, we are on vacation in Palm Springs, the desert. I brought tennis shoes, a couple of fancy shoes, and a few outfits. I don't need to come here to impress you people. I'm on the same show that you're on. So clearly, I'm doing something right. So Heather tells Monica that she's known Angie since high school, but she doesn't really like her. She's sick of her. She's through with her. She's happy that she's not going to Palm Springs. I said, wait till you show up to Palm Springs. Honey, now listen, we learned a little bit more about Monica, and I said, well, shit. It's like Mary M. Cosby came in and said she married her step-granddaddy, and Monica said, hold my beer. I've gotten married in the Mormon temple, excommunicated because I had the sex with my husband's sister's husband, her brother-in-law, for 18 months. When she said that, I said, say what now? You were having the sex with your husband's sister's husband. Damn. I said, shit. Monica, when does your book Worst Mormon come out? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'd read Monica's book. She's a worse Mormon than Heather. That's all I'm saying, you know. Then when she tells Heather that she is a Mormon, Heather says, oh, really? Maybe we shouldn't have the champagne. Oh, my gosh. And then Heather's kind of judging what kind of Mormon she is. And I said, you know what? Who the hell made you to judge? You said that you are not a Mormon anymore. You said that you are a bad Mormon. Leave people the hell alone. If she wants to kind of be a Mormon, let her do that. At some point, she'll decide if she wants to be full-fledged Mormon or if she just wants out. But it's her decision, or she can keep riding the fence with it all she wants. It's her business. Stop judging people's religious choices, Heather. What I really got hyped up and pissed off about is she said that she went and told the bishop what she did. She turned herself in, and the church excommunicated her, but not the man. And you know what? That happens way too damn much. Way too damn much. I'm going to tell you right now. I have a friend. I'm not even going to mention what church she goes to. It's not the Mormons. But her husband cheated on her. She went to the church and she expressed to them that he cheated on her. They actually made her come up to the front of the church to beg the church's pardon, to apologize for being such a shitty wife that her husband would cheat on her. But her husband didn't get any kind of backlash. What the entire fuck? Okay, I don't play those games. Now, I also have another situation that's a little bit closer to home. Not going to mention who, but there was this lady who got pregnant at a young age. When she got pregnant, the church called her up in front of the church and told her that she needed to beg the church's pardon for getting pregnant out of wedlock. However, the father, the boyfriend, he's also a member of the church. He got to sit in the pew and not say a word. Nobody looked at him. Nobody said anything, but they expected this young lady to beg the church's pardon. This young lady said, I don't think so, and sat back down. Why would she beg your pardon? If anything, she needs to take that to the Lord, not to you and the rest of the church. Fuck off. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Everybody has an opinion. Get down in the comments with yours. I don't appreciate how a lot of these religions will let the man get away with beating their wives, having affairs, doing all kinds of other nasty, negative things, emotionally, physically, mentally abusing their wives. But the wives get called to task or excommunicated. Oh, it must be your fault. You had to have done something. Oh my God. You know what? I don't want to be here. I would just get on up and go. And my friend whose husband cheated, who they tried to get her to beg the church's pardon, that's exactly what she did. She grabbed her purse and she left. She left the church and her husband and found another church home. Don't play. Don't play with us. Women deserve to have the same rights as a man. If you are not going to excommunicate him, do not excommunicate her. If he doesn't have to stand before the church and beg the church's pardon, she doesn't either. That's just my opinion. Now, something else that Monica said that I agree with. She said, I'm going to go ahead and put my truth out here right now because I'm not going to let anybody weaponize my truth. And that's something that I have always believed in. I will never allow another person, not near person. I don't care if they're family member, friend, enemy, co-worker. I don't give a damn. Ex-boyfriends, I don't care. I will never let another person spray me with my tea. I will put my business out there in the street and own up to everything that I have ever done before I allow somebody else to affect me in a negative way with my shit. No, ma'am. I'm just saying. Now, Mary M. Cosby on the phone with the hotel. When she called them a hotel and they reminded her they are a motel, she was not happy. She was not pleased. And then when she asked them if they had 2003 Dom, first I laughed because I said, Heather Dubrow would prefer the 2010 Dom. Why do I know this? Anyway, her facial expression when they said, no, they don't have it. I said, you know what, Mary, you are quite bougie for a pastor of a small church. Why do you need 2003 Dom? Bring your own damn Dom. Put it in your suitcase wrapped in bubble wrap and bring it on down to Palm Springs. Mary is not here for a low budget motel. You know, when we finally saw the place, I thought the place was super cute. I would be able to live my Barbie fantasies. Of course, I'd be plus size Barbie, but I would be able to live out all my Barbie fantasies at this motel. I would have a good time. Now, when they get to the airport, this outfit that Mary had on, I thought it was ridiculous. I said, are those like cowboy chaps? What the hell is going on? And she had a real bad wig on. I said, Mary, not that wig. And it looked like it could be shifted. Like she didn't have it secured. Mary, I'm not here for that wig. Did anybody else notice Monica showing off her Louis bag at the airport? That kind of made me sad. She mentioned it twice. She was patting her bag and everything. She said she's got the Xannies in her Louis. The rest of the girls looked like they didn't really give a damn. They really didn't, I don't know, Monica. Please stop trying to impress these girls and see if you can return that bag when you get home. They're all at the airport trying to figure out where Whitney is. Of course, we know Whitney has flown there early with Angie. So Lisa loses her ring, and Heather is hiding in a bathroom stall recording Lisa freak out. And I thought, that's real childish behavior. Instead of sitting in there recording Lisa freak out over losing a $60,000 ring, why don't you just get out there and try to help the girl find the ring? I just thought that was childish. She said she's going to report it to security, and I said, honey, nobody's going to return that. That is a ginormous ring, and it must have been sort of loose that it fell off of her finger. Girl, listen, no ma'am, no ma'am. $60,000 is a lot of money, and I can understand her being upset. That ring could have actually been $6,000, and I would have threw a fit. Who the hell am I fooling? That ring could have been $600, and I would have threw a fit. So as soon as they get in the car, everybody's talking about the ring. She's so upset about the ring. And Mary Cosby says she don't even believe the ring is worth $60,000. Monica says nobody's going to return that ring. It's going to be at a pawn shop before you know it. Then Lisa's still freaking out about the ring. And Mary says at some point you're going to have to get over it, or at some point you're going to have to let it go. And Monica laughs a little bit. I said, Mary, that is just downright mean. The woman just lost the damn thing. It hasn't even been 3 hours yet. As a matter of fact, the entire girls trip, you would have heard me mention it at least 7 times. At least 7 times a day. The whole girls trip, I would have brought it up. Oh my God, I can't believe I lost that ring. Somebody pass me a tequila. Oh my God, I can't believe I lost that ring. Somebody pass me the tequila. Oh my God, I can't believe I lost that ring. Can somebody just give me the bottle of Vita? I mean, seriously, leave this woman the hell alone. I felt like some of the girls were clearly judging her. They were upset with her. Well, who's wearing a $60,000 ring? Blah, blah, blah. Didn't she tell you a couple seasons ago she's richer than all of you? I mean, leave the girl the hell alone. I'm just saying, $60,000. Whitney and Angie going through the motel. That place was really pretty. I liked it. Trixie has put a lot into it, but I didn't appreciate her trying to pick the best room before the hostess actually got there. Whitney she's trying to start some stuff. She's so petty and childish. That's another reason I just don't like Whitney. Now, Monica trying to give Lisa some chips and Mary telling her, don't put chips over my clothes. I mean, you're wearing leather pants. A few crumbs is not going to hurt those leather pants. I mean, I guess they could have figured out another way for her to hand her some chips, but Mary was just being a jerk because she can't stand Lisa. Leave Lisa alone, Mary. Anyway, the episode was cute, you guys. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.